Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to King's Quest VI. Heir today, gone tomorrow. Although I won't be gone tomorrow. Let's go talk to the ferryman. Hello? Anyone here? Hello!
Yeah, what do you want?
You sound familiar. I want to talk to you.
Alexander searches for a way to reach the black-haired girl.
No. I want to look at the guy.
The ferryman's face has been weathered by the sea air and by worry. He's definitely out of sorts. He glares at Alexander in a most suspicious and unfriendly manner.
Oh, that's rude. I just want to talk to you. Ah!
I said the ferry's out of business. What do you want to keep bothering me for?
I want to talk to you.
Excuse me. My name is Alexander.
Graham Bell.
The owner of the bookshop in the village told me you might be able to help me. I hear you used to run this ferry for the islands. I'd like to talk to you if you have a moment.
I don't have a moment.
You say old Allie sent you? I can't see why. The ferry's not running, you know.
I understand. I'd just like to talk to you about the islands if you don't mind.
Well, I guess it'd be all right if Allie sent you. Well, don't just stand there. Come on inside.
Oh, thank you. Of course, I'm actually a vampire, but...
What is it you wanted to talk about, young man?
Ah, he's a very nice, crotchety sailor guy. Let's take a look around.
Several oil lamps are strategically placed around the boat's cabin to eliminate the island's dark nights.
Look, just because they wear black armor doesn't make them dark... Oh, the other kind of dark knights, okay.
The ferryman's bunk looks hard and uncomfortable. No wonder he can be so cranky.
We should get some, a mattress.
Alexander is sitting inside the ferry's cabin. The place displays the neatness of a seaman and the sparseness of a bachelor. There are few frills and comforts in the rough wooden environment, but the sunlight shines cheerily on the oaken beams, and the portholes admit a pleasant breeze. Alexander is sitting in... A cabinet with a dry sink lines one wall of the cabin. A cabinet with... Alexander is sitting in... Several oil lamps. A black pot-bellied stove in the corner provides warmth on the cool tropical nights and a means for cooking. The ferryman is a disgruntled-looking man who is probably a lot younger than he appears.
Well, this is not a postman.
Despite his tired air, he watches Alexander patiently. There's a rabbit's foot on the table. It seems the ferryman is counting on a little luck.
He's not going to be getting any luck. Alright, let's talk to him.
I'm a visitor to these islands. I'd like to learn what I can about the area.
Ah, screw you.
So you said outside. What is it you want to know?
Everything.
Well, for one thing, why has the island's only ferry been dry docked?
Huh. It just ain't safe to sail these days. What with the islands feuding and all. Wazir al-Hazred ordered the ferry closed till things settled down. Me, I don't think she'll ever see water again.
Not with that hole. Maybe you should
But why are
fix
the
it.
islands feuding?
You got me. Something about stolen property or some such thing. 'Tis a real shame. Things used to be so friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Then this unrest is recent.
A few years is all, but it's been long enough.
A few years is still a long time.
Perhaps if the ferry were repaired.
It's got a hole in it.
This old thing? This ferry's been out of water so long she's no longer even seaworthy. Her boards have dry rot. She'd fall apart at the first taste of seawater.
Maybe you should build
But
a new
there
one.
must be some way to get off this island.
There's only one other way to travel that I know of. A magic map. The owner of the pawn shop can tell you more about that than I can, Alexander.
Alexander, why did you not keep the magic map from King's Quest III? That was really, really stupid.
Tell me more about the ferry.
I remember when I used to ferry Queen Ilaria and Princess Cassima themselves. There was no thought of danger back then.
Really?
They used to go visiting to care for the needy and to keep up the friendly relations between the islands. I remember their last trip. Things had started getting nasty by then, and when they came back aboard, I gathered that the Queen and the Princess had been received a bit coldly. Princess Cassima was such
Why
a
did the
pretty
music
thing,
suddenly
she
get
was
loud?
terribly upset. But who could be spreading these lies, she asked the Queen, but the Queen had no answer.
What do you do now that the ferry no longer operates?
Me? I'm out of a job. The job my ancestors have held for generations. I'm the only one trained to avoid the reef and the rocks. But that knowledge does me no good now.
The only one.
Is there no other boat on the island? One that might be more seaworthy?
Boats don't last long on these shoals, as you may have found out if you got here by ship.
Yeah.
You can be quite sure that this old ferry is, or was, the only craft on the island.
Although it was probably just because Alexander failed his seamanship check.
Tell me more about Princess Cassima.
Ah, such a beautiful child, and so pure of heart. Why,
I
a
think of her
contrary
every-
thought has never crossed her mind. Her mother was the same. The king and queen. They served the islands, not the other way around. Always thinking about the people.
They serve the islands as
They
dinner?
are sorely missed.
What else can you tell me about the land?
Let's see. The Isle of Wonder's a lovely spot. A bit crazy, mind you. Gotta have a good sense of humor to enjoy a tour there.
Oh, Alexander's screwed.
What else can you tell me about the land?
The Isle of the Beast is pretty, but unfortunately, you can't get very far onto the island.
There's only like three screens.
What else can you tell me about the land?
The inhabitants of the Isle of the Sacred Mountain are the most gorgeous creatures you'll ever see.
Oh, really?
If you ever get to see them, that is.
Oh, I want to see them.
What else can you tell me about the land?
The Castle of the Crown sure is a beauty.
Nah, not really.
She's the finest palace ever
Nah.
built, I'll warrant.
Nah. I've seen better.
What else can you tell me about the land?
Some say that the land of the Green Isles is near the edge of the world, and that the deadly currents are a result of a magnetism that sucks life from this world to the next. Of course, that's just silly talk.
Yeah, that sounds like bunk.
What else can you tell me about the land?
Let's see. The Isle of Wonder's a lovely...
Alexander promises.
Alright, I think we are done. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of stealing.
There's nothing of interest on that. There's nothing.
I see you have a rabbit's foot. Has it brought you much luck?
Oh yeah, I won the lottery the other day.
See, my luck's been out for some time now, despite that old charm. Why don't you take it with
Sweet.
you? Perhaps giving the darn thing away will bring me good fortune at last.
Sounds good to me.
Perhaps it will at that.
No, it won't.
Thank you.
I'll still take it though. Thank you. I don't think there's anything else that I need to do with you. Nope. Alright. Let's go.
Well, I think I'll be going
Well, at least he
now.
didn't have a joy button.
Thanks for allowing me into your home.
Posh, not at all. It breaks the boredom, if you know what I mean.
I can only fap some. I mean, no, never mind. Never mind. I didn't say anything. You know, if this were King's Quest 3, I totally would have fallen off those docks like 4 or 5 times by now. Alright, so something about a magic map. Maybe we can find that. Let's go ahead and make a quick save now that we did all that stuff. If I actually, jeez, I am like failing to start my timer every single time. There we go.
Old lamp.
Hush you! I don't want your lamps. Bite me.
Good day again. How may I help you?
Huh. Who is this?
An odd-looking man is reading in this stuffed chair. He wears a vest, balloon-style pants, and pointed shoes. There's something deliberately silly about the man, as though he were a performer of some sort.
Oh, it's MC Hammer. He's got the hammer pants and all. What's up, buddy?
Good day, sir.
Good
Is there
day,
anything
sir.
you can tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
I'm sorry, but I have no time for idle conversation. I'm too worried about the princess.
That's why I'm sitting here reading this book. What if I show you my ring? I'm someone important.
Determined to learn more about the strange man's relationship with the princess,
Oh,
Alexander
my.
shows the man his insignia ring and formally introduces himself.
I'm sorry to insist, but my name is Alexander of Daventry, and
I appreciate the offer of the ring, Alexander, but I'm afraid I'm already spoken.
Oh, that
Daventry?
Wasn't
Where have I heard of Daventry?
quite what we intended.
Flying flit mice. You must be Prince Alexander.
That's what he said.
Casima told me about you when she arrived home. How came you here?
why,
Boat?
by a ship now wrecked upon the sand. But you know Casima? She truly spoke of me?
Yes, I saw her briefly when she first returned home. She mentioned a prince to me, Prince Alexander of Daventry. I'm afraid that was before she was told about her parents' deaths. You see, she arrived home a few weeks too late. The king and queen thought they'd never see her again.
Well, they never did.
It is said they died of heartbreak. I'm afraid she's blamed herself.
Nah, yeah, it's
What
her
a
fault.
terrible homecoming. If we had only known.
I don't think that would have helped much.
Terrible indeed, poor thing. Everyone in the kingdom seems to despair with her these days. The streets are silent.
Where is she now?
It's because there's no one in the
The
town.
princess is sequestered in mourning. It's a rather dated tradition, and not required, but the Wazir says she insisted out of respect.
I see. You've yet to say who you are and how you know the princess.
I? Oh, pardon me. My name is Jallo. I am clown to the royal court, and had been since the marriage of Casima's parents, King Calipham and Queen Alaria. Oh, those were the happy days. The pair of them were so full of joy and life, so in love. And Casima's birth. It would be hard to explain how long they had waited, how they had hoped for a child. I mean, she was such a charming little thing, smart as a whip, kind and sweet. Oh, she means everything
Whips
to
are
this
actually
kingdom,
that smart.
Alexander, and to me. I'm so terribly worried about her.
Sorry,
About her
she's
grief
mine.
over
You
her
can't have her.
parents, you mean?
Well, the truth is, I do not trust the Wazir or his plans for Casima.
But he's so trustworthy.
I'm still living at the Castle of the Crown as court clown, his clown. But it is more to keep my ear to the ground than out of loyalty. I wish I knew what the princess thinks these days. If only I could find Sing Sing, Casima's pet nightingale. I might be able to send the princess a message. As it is, I must wait for the end of her seclusion. Now I'm afraid I must hurry back to the castle. I'll try to return to the bookshop again later.
Thank you for speaking with me, Jallo. I hope we meet again soon.
I don't. Look at those pants. Terrible fashion. Terrible fashion.
How fare you, merchant?
Sufficiently well, thank you, Alexander. My
Sufficiently
only
well?
wish is for more time to read.
You have a bookstore. You have a chair right there that you'll know when anyone comes in. You could sit there reading all day.
How fare you, merchant?
Business could be better. Too many people are losing interest in reading these days. It is a sign of the times.
Is it really?
How fare you, merchant?
I have been reading too much love poetry lately.
Yeah, that's bad for you.
It is rather depressing to an old bachelor like me.
How fare you, merchant?
Well, I would be better if I could only finish my manuscript. I am a budding novelist, you know.
Oh, you're not going to get anywhere with that.
How fare you, merchant?
I have been reading too much love poetry.
How fare you, merchant?
Well, I would be better if I could only finish my...
Okay, I think we're done talking to him. All right, interesting. Interesting note to make about the Jester Jalo. That's Chuck McCann.
Good day.
You interrupted me. Just a quick look over some of the things that he's done. One of the things that sticks in my head is that he was the voice of Duckworth on DuckTales. It's pretty easy to see what else he's been in. Huh, you again.
Good day, sir.
The old man just glares at Alexander
Oh.
and does not reply.
Well, that's not very nice. What if I show you my ring?
Would you be interested in...
No, leave me alone.
Wow, that was rude. Alrighty, well, I think we can get something for a penny. Hello, I have a penny for you.
I have this copper coin. Is it of any value to you at all?
It's worth 1 penny.
Most interesting. I have never seen a Daventry coin before, but it is copper genuine enough. I might even find a buyer who is interested in foreign currency.
So, you mean it's
The items
worth more
on
than
the
a penny?
front counter are the only things in the store that I can let go for the price of 1 copper. You may make your choice from there.
Alexander looks at the items on the counter to make his selection.
Wow. I can get any of these things for a penny. Well, I feel like it's not quite as good of a deal as Spatula City, but I'll take the Nightingale.
That mechanical nightingale looks intriguing.
How is he letting that go
I
for a
believe
penny?
I'll take it.
Seriously?
Very well. Your coin is well spent. Remember, this is a pawn shop. I am always willing to take back my own goods in trade.
That's very strange.
I'll remember. Thank you.
But, okay. Alright, what if I showed... Oh, actually, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these things.
The rabbit's foot has long, soft fur.
Well, that's nice.
The mechanical nightingale is made of tin, painted dreary shades of brown to match the coloring of a real nightingale.
That seems more like
A small
gray.
key emerges from its back. Alexander is already wearing his ring.
Alright, fine. That icon.
Can you tell me, merchant, what the value of this ring might be?
Oh, about a penny.
Sands of the sea, what a beauty! What fine gold and masterful artistry! This ring is quite valuable, sir. I would not feel right taking it in trade. None of the items on display in my humble store are even close to the value of this ring.
Truly? Well, it would be hard to part with it anyway, I suppose.
Well, do you have anything else other than the stuff on the table?
Are you sure you have nothing of value for which I can trade this ring?
No, I cannot think of anything. I have a few unusual treasures that are not on display, but I doubt that you would have any interest in such things.
Treasures? Magic items? Gimme, 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 gimme.
Excuse me, merchant, but the ferryman mentioned that you might have a magic map of the land of the Green Isles.
Why, as a matter of fact, I do. I keep it under the counter. It's been gathering dust so long that I nearly forgot about it.
Seriously? You had a magic map and you just forgot
It was
about
quite a few years ago, you see. The estate of a wealthy wizard fell into my hands when he died. It was useless magical junk mostly, which reminds me, I've still got some things of his in the back that I need to dump out. Anyway, the magic map was the one true treasure in the lot. The wizard was quite old and feeble, and had enchanted the map to aid in traveling. It is said that one need only desire to be on an island depicted on the map to find oneself there.
How have you kept
It
this?
is a very valuable map, as you can imagine. Unfortunately, no one is interested in traveling these days. It
Seriously?
is far too dangerous with the current state of the kingdom.
You've got to be kidding me.
What would you take for the map?
I would normally want something magic in return, but since I am hardly overrun with prospective buyers, I would be willing to take anything of equal value in exchange.
How do you... How do you know what's equal value?
Would you be willing to take my family ring in exchange for the magic map?
Daventry, are you a king then?
No, that's my father, King Graham. I'm just Alexander.
A prince.
Well, Prince Alex, she is a beautiful ring. Are you sure you can part with such a unique family heirloom?
I'll just murder you in your sleep and get it back.
The ring does mean a lot to me. I didn't always have a family, you know. Still,
Until just like a
it
couple
is
years
only
ago.
gold. There are more important things at stake now.
Then you now own a magic map, Prince Alex. I will keep your ring out of sight for a few days.
Yet another one.
If you find anything else of great value in your travels, you can come back for your ring. I would hate to see it melted down for gold.
You would do that?
Ah, and a warning about the map. It will only operate when you are out in the open and within sight of the sea. The limitation has something to do with the teleport spell ingredients. You might try the beach.
Thank you. You are very kind. And I'll remember about the map.
Oh, and here I thought it might have been something like if you tried to use it here, you'd crash up against the ceiling.
Suddenly, the old man in the
Oh god, he's gonna
concealed cloak
stab me.
sneaks past Alexander, and with a sneaky dart of his hand, steals a mint from the candy jar.
You bastard!
The old man stuffs the mint into his mouth
Stole that mint!
and wobbles unsteadily out of the pawn shop.
Did you like spike those mints or something? Seconds later, in the castle.
Master! I followed Prince Alexander as you wished. From the pawn shop owner, he just abstained, just reprieved. He just got a magic map.
You fool! You've been eating those mints again. I ordered you to stop that.
Yes, Master.
So
Now,
those
what
mints
is this about a magic map?
are pure alcohol.
With the map, Prince Alexander could travel anywhere as quickly as I can.
I thought I took care of the only means of travel. By my scimitar, I can't have him stirring things up now.
It'll be fine.
Get a hold of yourself and
murder you.
listen carefully,
Okay.
Shamir. Go to the other islands and tell them...
Tell them what? What? Don't leave us hanging! Oh, it's not like we know anything about it anyway.
How fare you, good merchant?
A man my age can only thank the heavens for continued strength, young sire.
I'm not exactly old.
How fare you, good merchant?
I am as content as the sands on the ocean shore, Prince Alex.
It's an interesting way of phrasing it.
How fare you, good merchant?
I am as content as the...
Okay. So, we have a magic map, and now that guy's vanished. A bird! There's a bird up there! Ah. Can I get some rocks?
To take the path, Alexander need only walk upon
No,
it.
but I want to take it. Pick it up, put it in my pocket. Alright, so apparently I can't pick up stones and toss them at the bird. Can we use the, nightingale?
Alexander
hey,
winds the
got a point.
mechanical nightingale and places it on the ground.
We're gonna trick this bird into mating with our tin nightingale.
The mechanical nightingale sings a sweet, tinny tune. The real
So tinny.
nightingale in the tree cocks her head and listens intently. The nightingale flies to a lower branch and looks at Alexander curiously, as if she were deciding that this human might not be so bad.
No, I really am. The Russian judge gave it a 2.
The nightingale sings her crystalline song in the boughs of the old tree. The nightingale looks at Alexander curiously, as though waiting for something.
Well, you wouldn't let me pick up any stones, so I can't toss them at it.
Although the nightingale seems interested in Alexander, she would never allow him close enough to grab her.
Ow. But I'm hungry. Alright, well, I don't think we can do anything with the nightingale yet, but we've made friends. That's the important thing. Alright, let's leave. Ooh, hello. Oh god! Glass shards!
Alexander sorts through
Bleeding
the odds and
tetanus.
ends that the pawn shop owner dumped into the pot. Magic exploding gum wrappers.
Want it.
A shattered crystal ball.
Take it.
A cracked wand.
Get it all.
A fake thumb.
I want it. All of it would be
Near
useful.
the bottom, Alexander finds a little glass bottle labeled ink. It appears to be empty, but Alexander decides to take it anyway.
Oh yeah.
You never know when a small bottle will come in
Exactly.
handy.
All of those other things could come in handy too. But no, you don't want to take them.
Alexander's carrying a little ink bottle. It appears to be empty.
Really emphasizing the appears part, aren't you?
A large round...
All right. Seriously, why couldn't we take some of that other stuff? It'd be totally useful. Alright, well, we're out here on the beach. We currently have a score of 34 out of 231 points. And in the next episode, I think we will try out this map and see where it takes us. See you then, everyone.